to take a minute to talk to you guys about this awesome system called Portion Fix. So, since I started my health journey, I have been eating really well. I eat about 80% clean. I do still occasionally enjoy a dessert or some chocolate. I actually eat chocolate almost daily. And a glass of wine here and there. I, made sure that I was in my calorie bracket for my goals using a program called MyFitnessPal. There's lots of food trackers out there. That's just the one that I had been using. As I started to prep for my physique competition, I realized more and more that macro ratios were going to become a very important part of my training, and I would try and figure them out using the MyFitnessPal system, but it didn't always go quite as planned, because a lot of times things that I would count as a vegetable or a protein would actually fall into the carbohydrate or fat category when it came to macros, and so it became a very stressful thing for me to try and figure out what to eat each meal in order to hit that ratio that I was going for. And I had just accepted that I wasn't going to worry about it because I was eating really well anyways, and I was in my calorie goal and I was happy with my weight, so I wasn't going to worry about it until I got to that lean out phase right before the competition. Recently, I decided to try 21 Day Fix Extreme, which comes with the Portion Fix system. And I was actually not really excited about trying the Portion Fix system because I was pleased with the way that I ate. But I won't lie, it is awesome. And I actually don't think that I'm ever going to stop using it. Reason being is that it's a real simple solution to give you a guideline to figure out a balanced diet that has appropriate portion control and hits the macros that you're looking for without you guys having to spend a lot of time thinking about it. And that's one of the biggest problems when people are trying to live a healthy nutrition lifestyle, is that if you're trying to hit these goal markers, it can be really hard to sit down and feel satisfied and still reach your goals without having to do a ton of weighing stuff out on scales and calculating calories and thinking about how your body digests with foods. Portion Fix just has that all set up for you, and it is super intuitive to use. A lot of people I know have gone into meal plans, and so they will stick with a particular meal plan for a week or a month, eating the same thing every day so that they're sure they're hitting their goals. And that can get a little bit boring. The beauty of Portion Fix is that because it's so intuitive, you literally can eat the foods that you want, when you want them, in whatever order you want, as long as they fit into one of these containers, and you don't even really need to think about it. I do track my container system with an app, which I'll show you a little bit about after. So if you buy just the Portion Fix system, it comes with this pretty awesome book that shows you how to use the system. It comes with some great recipes, and it also shows you how to calculate your ratios depending on what workout intensity level you do on a regular basis. If you buy 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme, it comes with a book explaining the Portion Fix system as well, but it's more specifically oriented around that one particular program. So, you get all these containers, and yes, they look small, but you get to eat multiple containers a day, and I actually won't lie, I am blown away by how much actually comes out of the container. I feel like I eat a lot in general, and I was a little concerned that I was going to feel hungry while doing the Portion Fix system, and I have been doing it for 3 weeks now, and I have not once felt hungry or unsatisfied. So, for example, each container represents a different food category. Orange is seeds and healthy fats. Blue is nuts and dressing. Orange is carbohydrates. Green is vegetables. Red is your protein. And purple is fruits. So a red is actually, you can fit a whole chicken breast in here, which is essentially what I would eat anyways. Green, I love bell peppers. You can fit a whole bell pepper in here, or 2 carrots, a significant amount of green beans. I actually a lot of times struggle eating all the stuff that fits into the green container. I love carbohydrates, and although since starting Shakeology, my carbohydrate intake has drastically cut down, and I definitely eat healthier carbohydrates now than I used to, it's still a little bit of a weakness of mine, and when I calculated my category, I only was allowed 2 of these containers a day, which actually really worried me. Especially since peas, which I love, fall in the carbohydrates. So, and like things like sweet potatoes and yams that some people would want to count as a green container, they don't, they fall in here. I won't lie, anytime I pour something in here, I am blown away how much comes out. It's about 5 ounces of food, but the other day my husband had pre-portioned my plate for me and he didn't use the container, which was fine, and I said, I'm just going to measure it out of curiosity. I looked down at the plate, there was a good portion of rice, and I measured it out, and it actually, he just intuitively made it the right size. That was actually what I probably would have portioned before, so although they look really tiny, they're not as small as you think. Even last night I wanted some granola and peanut butter, and I filled up the whole container with granola and decided that it was too much granola for me to eat, so I only used half a portion last night. All the containers are top shelf dishwasher safe and microwavable, which does make that very convenient, and they're actually really good quality. You can hear, like, they really stick together. And it's nice thick plastic, and it is BPA free, which is great. So let's talk a little bit about the system. So when you get your Portion Fix book, or if you buy a 21-day fix program, you'll get your book, and what they have you do is they have you calculate what sort of calorie intake you'll have. So the first step that you do is to determine a baseline of what your calorie intake is going to be. Then if you're doing a workout program, you would figure out how to deal with that exercise and that extra calorie burn, and that would give you your maintenance calories. And then if you're trying to lose weight, you then would subtract calories. If you want to be putting muscle mass on, you would be adding 600 to 750 calories. After you figure out what your calorie target is, you then will figure out how many containers you get to eat. And it's really simple. Say you fell into the 1,200 to 1,500 calories, you would fall into portion A. If you fall into the 1,500 to 1,800 calories, you would fall into portion B. And so that means that you would get 4 green containers a day, 3 fruits a day, 4 proteins, 3 carbohydrates, 1 healthy fat, and 1 seed and dressing. We also get teaspoons, which are oils and nut butters, okay? Then all that you do is make sure that you hit those categories every single day. Now at first it can be really stressful to think about how you're going to do that, but it really isn't as complicated as you think. I start every day with Shakeology, and so that counts as a red container. Okay? And sometimes I'll add a thing of spinach into my Shakeology, green container. Or sometimes I'll do Greek yogurt, red container. And so that way I get it started off right away. I love fruit, and I used to put a purple container into my Shakeology. I do this less and less now because I just really love eating fruit, and I'm only allowed 2 of these a day. So I save 1 for my nighttime sweet snack, and sometimes I'll put pineapple in my Shakeology, but other days I save this for the side, which would be like 1 apple, a whole banana. The amount of grapes you can fit in here is pretty amazing. They give you tally sheets that you can use to track your calories, although I personally use this app. There's a few different ones out there, and I've heard that Beachbody is in the process of developing one themselves. But so every day I have these little circles, and it tells me how many of each container I have left to eat. And then as the day goes on, I just enter what I'm eating, and as a result, the containers disappear. And so yesterday I actually had a perfect day. That doesn't happen every day, but I am pretty close on most days. The day before I was short half a protein, okay? But it becomes really simple for you to use this system. Now, the books also come with information about what fits in every container. So as I mentioned, as in like topics, as I mentioned, things that I considered a vegetable, like peas, actually fall into the yellow category. I had someone else the other day talk about how they really love edamame, and they were sad that it's not a protein and it falls into the yellow category. And this unfortunately has to do with net carbs, and that is why I struggled so hard when I was trying to figure out my macros on my own, was because I didn't actually calculate the net carbs each time. But the system also shows you how to enjoy life a little bit. it. They don't want you to be really intense, and I mean, you can, which is great, and when you do extreme, there are no cheats. But if you're just doing portion fix with your regular lifestyle or 21-day fix regular, they do show you how to enjoy things like a glass of wine or different types of desserts. Okay? So it's not that they want you to be this miserable, unhappy person who never gets to enjoy sweets or luxuries in life. They just want to show you how to do it appropriately. The Portion Fix system and the 21-Day Fix Extreme comes with a significant amount of recipes that you can try. But these are just guidelines to help people come up with some new ideas, especially since a lot of people who are joining a healthy lifestyle aren't typically chefs or cooks, and they don't have a bunch of different recipes in their books. So they wanted to give you some ideas of things that you could prepare and how they would fit into the Portion Fix system. They also teach you a bunch of different types of dressings that you can use. They give you Shakeology recipes, and they give you a bunch of dessert recipes that are nice and clean so that you can still enjoy those yummy cookies or, you know, some popcorn. Ooh, those look great. Double chocolate cookies. I'm definitely going to make those. Okay? I have tried a ton of these recipes. They're actually really delicious. Last week I enjoyed the turkey chili, and I could have made 3 portions of this because it was so good. So anyways, pretty much I just start my day off with Shakeology, and I put that into my app, and then I know what I have based off of the rest of the day. I tend to try and save all my carbohydrates for dinner because my husband likes to cook our dinner, and he loves carbs, so that really ends up there all the time. I also know I have a major sweet tooth, so I make sure that I save a fruit for before bed because that's when I crave my sweets every single night. Then lunch will vary with whatever I end up making, and I build my snacks around that. So if I have nothing with cheese for the day, then maybe I'm going to fill my blue container with nuts. I love pumpkin seeds, so pretty much I eat pumpkin seeds as a snack every single day in this. I have been enjoying peanut butter and almond butter with either an apple or banana to get those teaspoons in, and then depending if I have a protein or not for lunch, or whether or not I added Greek yogurt to my Shakeology, I may enjoy another yogurt throughout the day. So it is really simple to use. The containers are amazing, and you don't have to think about stuff. Definitely worth the investment to make eating nutrition simple and easy. It allows you to eat things that you actually enjoy and crave without getting stuck in a boring meal plan just to hit your nutrition goals. Because remember, being healthy is actually a lifestyle. It is not a quick fix solution. So I hope this helps give you guys some information about whether or not this would be the right system for you. Have a great day.